Welcome back. If you suffer from frozen shoulder, McPhail Chiropractic in Somerville is the answer to your pain. Dr. Drew McPhail is here along with one of his patients, Frank Childs, to tell us more. First, let's talk about frozen shoulder and exactly what that is. And I'm kind of getting an idea is that your range of motion is limited for a number of reasons.
Yes, yeah. Frozen shoulder just, well, it's exactly that, where your arm will not go past a certain range of motion. There's several different causes of it. Arthritic changes just due to wear and tear, rotator cuff injuries during athletics, sports, things like that. This can cause these, and once it sets in, that limited range of motion, patients really have a whole lot of trouble with reaching things. It decreases mobility, and it can really cause a lot of problems.
Frank, you started going to see Dr. McPhail about 3 months ago. We were talking during the break. Your range of motion was about right here.
Yes.
You couldn't change a light bulb higher than what your shoulder was, and it hurts, painful, probably difficulty sleeping at night. You're wanting to do things that you used to do maybe a little bit younger, and you're saying, hey, I'm not that old, I need to be working my arms and my shoulders, but it's just not working with me. So what happens?
Well, like I say, it was difficult in mine to raise my arm above my shoulder, and going to see the doc here, he did his magic work.
Oh.
And he got me now, I could raise my hand, I could clean my ceiling fans, I could change light bulbs. And it's just, I don't know, and this, I had suffered for a number of years.
Wow.
I want to say since late 70s, early 80s, this had bothered me, and I don't know. I just got a flyer in the paper with his information on it, and I said, I'm gonna get this guy a shot and see.
There's that light. That light over here is talking to you. And when he came in to see you, Dr. McPhail, he's been having this problem for, we're talking about a couple of decades.
Yeah.
And what sort of procedures did you do to get Frank back into motion again?
Well, first thing he did is a thorough evaluation to determine what's causing that limited range of motion, to see how much arthritic changes are in there. And after doing that examination, being able to see the underlying structures there and check the range of motion and see what's going on, we have with our shoulder protocols, we have a myoneural technique where we can actually help to reset or retrain the musculature. What happens is your body, if you have an injury, your body will protect that area. And then eventually that muscle won't go past that normal range of motion. You can do physical therapy, you can do all sorts of different things, but if it's not, doesn't know that it can go further than that, then it doesn't. So we have a way of stimulating that through it's called a myoneural technique to basically reset the programming for the musculature. Okay, it's comfortable for the patient. We use also use a high-powered cold laser, cutting-edge robotic laser. We can use that as well, because when the patients get that increase in the range of motion, we need to help support the soft tissues, the ligaments.
And the cold laser helps to start the healing process and allows oxygen to get in there and a whole lot of other different things that, that you
decreases inflammation, decreases pain, increases or stimulates the healing response.
So initially when he came in, that range of motion, again, was only about 90 degrees. He needs that 180 degrees. He goes through the examination, the therapy, and so forth. And about how long was it before Frank could get back into the motion that you'd been missing for over 20 years?
Well, with our treatments, within 1 to 2 treatments, we'll know how much changes we're gonna have. And I think we got some pre and post pictures. That
we could show something. Oh yeah, there's the range of motion right there. The gentleman they're showing right there on the left, only range of motion.
Yeah, this gentleman, that's one treatment there. And if you look at the clock in the background, it's 10 till 3, and after the treatment, it's 2 till 3. So a very short period of time there. He'd never been able to raise his arms over that. He had trouble with sports through high school. He could never do squat because he couldn't get the bar behind, couldn't get his arms back to hold the bar. In one treatment, we could.
And the gentleman that they just showed before, how old was he, or how old is he?
I think 25, 26. He'd been dealing with it for about 10 years.
What was his problem inside his shoulder that didn't allow him to raise up?
He could have had an injury, something in his youth that stimulated it. He didn't have any arthritis in there. Just had abnormal biomechanics. His musculature wasn't firing appropriately.
And sometimes people, they'll say, well, I've got this injury, my range of motion is not what it used to be, I guess I'm just going to have to live with it.
Right.
But that's not necessarily the case.
No, there's a lot of conditions that there is help out there and help available. It's just if you got to find how to treat it appropriately. Like I always say, a chronic condition is a condition that haven't found the cause of the problem yet.
Yeah.
Okay, once you find the cause of the problem and you treat it appropriately, then a lot of times you can get.
And
some
this
significant-
patient here on the left, that's as far as they could raise their arms when they came in.
Yep.
And it looks like they're about to go diving right there. I mean,
Right.
it is way up there, the motion, the rate. And this was all in just one visit right here.
Right. That's one visit.
And Frank, we got another patient here.
Okay,
the
this
lady-
patient, she had two surgeries on each of her shoulders.
Okay.
She'd been done PT for close to 2 years. Been dealing with it for a while, and that's in one treatment there. Granted, the surgeries on the left side prevented a little bit of the improvement in the initial, but she's after several treatments, she did much better.
Amazing. And Frank, you said you saw a flyer. Sometimes a flyer can mean a lot more than just a piece of paper.
Yes.
And you came in to see Dr. McPhail, and just a few treatments over the last 3 months now. Your range of motion is unbelievable. It's back to what it was back in the 70s.
Yes. Oh, yes. It's I don't know. Like I say, I like to say, the gentleman like you dive, I can dive now. I can get my arms up like I'm diving now. And especially with my left shoulder, like I say, I couldn't get it up. Now I can reach all up. Wherever I wish to reach now.
Fantastic. Dr. McPhail, you've got a free seminar, and you have a lot of those seminars on Tuesday at your office in Somerville. Tell us about this seminar, when it is, and who can attend.
Yeah, we have one next Tuesday at 3 o'clock.
Okay.
We're going to be talking about degenerative arthritis of the joints, shoulder, knee, hip, and what common presentations are and how we can effectively manage these seemingly chronic conditions. We're getting some pretty phenomenal changes, and it's totally free to the public. So just give us a call.
Phenomenal changes with those healing hands. What is that number, Dr. McPhail?
It's 873-2225, which spells out 873-BACK.
Oh, there you go. Frank, Dr. McPhail, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you.
I know it's amazing, and it's great stuff. Stick with us. We've got more coming up with Low Country Live in just a moment.